Imagine, if you will, a brand new player. Let's call him Timmy. Timmy has just installed the game and he wants to pick a server he'll spend his time on. Maybe he did a bit of research first. He knows Evernight and Arkenstone are the most populated servers. He knows that Landroval and Laurelin are the roleplay servers that offer a unique culture for that playstyle. But look, here are new 64-bit servers that advertise smoother performance. Think about it, 64 is twice as much as 32. Timmy has heard of Lotro's lag issues from countless of posts on the forums, and he thinks this is the much needed fix that brings Lotro's quality of life to the modern era. So why would Timmy play on any other server that appears to have an objectively worse gameplay experience? It doesn't matter if the performance is perfectly fine on the normal servers, it doesn't matter that the new servers will start with almost zero endgame population. A new player will not see any of this, they will simply see that new servers are being advertised with better performance. In short, Timmy will pick the faster horse. SSG has released their first developer letter for 2025. This post goes into detail about their immediate plans for Lotro moving into the new year. They've announced new raids, quality of life improvements, updates to birding and various fixes. All pretty good stuff. But this one announcement has left many people with questions and worrying about the future of their home servers. Orion writes, "In the early part of the first quarter of 2025, we plan to open the new 64-bit servers in Europe and United States. The new servers will be open to all players and will not require VIP status to access. We will have more information about the servers and transfers to these new worlds in early 2025. The forums have been alight with questions and concerns, especially relating to the fate of roleplay servers such as Laurelin, and you know what? They have a point. For those who don't know, the way they are handling this is through free transfers to the brand new servers. This is most likely done for technical limitations, but this does create a big problem, one where I cannot see a solution that appeases everyone. Transferring from the 32-bit servers will likely be a one-way ticket. It's simply impossible for everyone to reach a consensus on where to transfer to. But I'm noticing a lot of people are saying that they'll stay on Laurelin, because simply put, it's their home, and it's the only server that offers what they're looking for. Laurelin as a server hosts a unique culture that facilitates roleplay and general player events, while also being active enough to be a thriving community of many different playstyles. You will not find this culture anywhere else, and I am with them. Having played on Laurelin for over a decade, I cannot imagine playing anywhere else. Arkenstone and Evernight are the two powerhouses in terms of raw population. As such, you will find a completely different culture there. And I know a lot of people who watch my videos are from these servers, and you're probably thinking, "Oh, what is this nerdy yapping about?" And I get it, it's a completely foreign concept. But trust me when I say this, you will simply not find a server as uniquely suited for roleplayers anywhere else but Laurelin. Giving everyone in the game the option to transfer to these new servers will simply mean any roleplayers that do transfer, they're going to be drowned in noise, and that culture is simply just not going to exist. In other words, the people who gravitate towards Laurelin for the roleplay will not find what they're looking for. This leads into the second concern. The way I see it, Lotro will have two different tiers of servers. SSG is basically offering you an ultimatum here. Do you want to play on these brand new, fresh 64-bit servers with improved performance, or do you want to play on this outdated Rust Bucket server? This has the major concern of population stagnation. Wow. If new players are avoidant to play on the current servers regardless of the unique cultures they offer, we will no longer be able to rely on new players in the same scale as we currently do. In my experience, the entire niche of roleplay is only alive today because of new players who are less jaded and cynical, players who actually want to go out of their way to create the environment and change they want to see. Shout out the roleplayers of Laurelin Discord server. But I think this applies to any server. Without a steady flow of new players, it's going to stagnate. A lot of questions are yet to be answered. I can only hope the Q&A stream will ease people's minds and SSG evaluates the ample feedback being offered, because there seems to be a lot of miscommunication here. They drop this bombshell of an announcement and tell players that they'll do a Q&A session in the new year. Merry Christmas. This leaves the players in the dark, and naturally, people are going to speculate. Talking about server transfers, initially the transfers will only be available to the dead servers, Gilrain, Villiers, Tuarodelph and so on. On one hand, players will finally be able to salvage their old characters from these servers, but time waits for no man. These characters will be ancient at this point. There will be no endgame population on these new servers to begin with, and maybe a few groups are going to buy Valor packs and rush the endgame content to just say they're the first to do so, but in my opinion, it's really just not a good look for a brand new server. All of this seems just so mismanaged. No matter which way I look at it, the numbers just don't add up, and whoever you are, mark my words, this will affect you in some way. I worry these new servers will split an already dwindling population. Will I just have to accept that I'm gonna lose access to friends of mine regardless of what I choose to do? butter over too much bread.